Okay everyone, welcome to Life After Work. I don't know where to start. Be honest with you, health issues, a lot of tests, more tests than I like to think about. They can't be resolved. I can't be repaired. So I'm going to gradually go downhill and will not be able to do even what I do today. So, that said, this is Life After Work. You know what we're going to do at Life After Work? Figure out something else to do. Now for those of you who've tried to contact me, I don't do well with the computer these days. My hands won't work a keyboard very well. I try to comment, but after about 3 comments my hands hurt so bad they don't even hit the keys anymore. A lot of problems, a lot of issues. But you know what? What you got to do is you got to step back. Well, this is what I've been doing. Just step back, figure out what you're going to do next. Now let's get back to that ridiculous looking ship that's not really a model. It's not a scale model. But I've been doing some research and trying to decide what I want to do with it. And it's strictly going to be a shelf item. But you know what? We can make it better. At least that's what I think. So anyway, let's see what we can do. Okay there guys, that's it. It's just one big wooden boat. Now supposedly he had bought this because it had been built by a prisoner in our prison system, and it was probably a kit for him. I've been trying to figure out what it is. I've looked at, I looked at the Mayflower. The masts and riggings are of no good at all, but the hull and everything with the poop deck and the forecastle, that may or may not be accurate. But I was wondering if I could possibly use this to help people understand rigging, because this rigging is worthless. So anyway, let's get into that a little bit later. This I'm going to call a place filler on my YouTube account. I need to get some content out there. This ship was given to me by my brother on my birthday. It's not a real model. I call it a dust collector. So please forgive me if I continue to call it a dust collector. I've got several issues with it. Now, truth is, what you're going to find, and I'll put up some pictures, is that this is somewhat, I say somewhat, if you look here, of a Spanish galleon from, say, the late 1400s, early 1500s, and yet the sails up here for the most part are 1700s, 1800s, almost clipper ship style sails. Now I'm going to put up a video, and you'll see this video where you'll see that here is a more standard Spanish galleon setup. This is pretty much a generic Spanish galleon. And truth is, I like this better than what I see here. First of all, none of this rigging, it all looks like it's supposed to be running rigging. I don't know, it seems to be attached to the hull, so it can't be running too much. So I'm thinking of taking all these sails off, take these ladders off the main. This never existed. I've never seen an example of it. Get rid of all of this, get all of the sails off, take all of this rigging off to where I have a foremast, a mainmast, and a mizzenmast. Now, if you go back and look again here, you'll see that this mizzenmast has this one set of masts behind it. Now this is 2 pieces put together. So now let's think about that. What if I take these 2 pieces of tapered wood and I put them up here and I put a sail on it? That looked pretty convincing, wouldn't it? Well, these are nothing more than chopsticks from my local sushi house. So, and I'm not looking through any cameras here, so I don't know if you'll see these. But if I put this up here, get rid of all these sails, I might be able to make that workable. Now, if you also look at these masts, and I'll be honest with you, if you just, I mean, if you look at them, none of them are tapered. None of these masts are tapered. They're just dowels stuck down in the dust collector. And I'm wanting to do a little bit better job than that. If I go with this crow's nest that's way up here is going to come down to somewhere in here. There'll be a sail down here and a sail up here. And I guess I'm just going to have to see what will work. So, what's going to happen next? First of all, I'm going to have to cut off all of this rigging because it's not real rigging. Supposed to be running rigging because it's attached all along here, and that's not running rigging. So I'm going to come back and we'll talk about modifications we can make, but it's mainly going to be from main deck up. After all, I'm doing a dust collector. This is not a real scale model, but my hands don't work enough to do the detail. So I'm going to be looking at what I can do to turn this into not just a dust collector, but at least a believable dust collector. So let's check into it and see what we can come up with. Alright, here we have a look at the deck. You can see that the Canon are super simplistic, nothing fancy about them. There's no wheels on them. They got a powder keg beside each one, no cannonballs. I understand that because everything is just cut from dowel. I don't know what this thing is. This is just a ladder going all the way up to the top of a mast. So I'm thinking I take all of this off, because running what should be standing rigging out here up to the yard arms just doesn't make any sense. So this is just to get a lot of string in the air and make it look like something. So I want to cut all this off, remove everything, remove the sails, take the yard arms off, and basically do everything from here up. I don't really want to. Okay, this is going to be just kind of an addendum to all this other work I've been videoing. I've been doing this over the past couple of weeks, and I'll be honest with you, I'm way behind. It's difficult for me to focus. However, I do want to do a couple of things here while I'm at it. Bear with me for just a minute. Okay, let's do a mail call here. First, I got a card from BG Model Workshop. Hey, that's a Dodge, man. I love that. Great card. Appreciate that. And if any of you that have sent me cards don't have one of mine, let me know and I'll get one off to you. Jay's Mini Scale Garage. Look at that. Great card. Lots of color. That's a nice one. Appreciate that, Jay. Very nice. Got another card from Charlie Mack. He put that awesome truck build that he did. I tell you what, I can't thank you enough, Charlie Mack. that to me, that build, and I don't want to downplay anybody's builds because there's a lot of great models out there, but that one was a piece of work. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen his video on that, you need to go take a look at it. I'm glad to see he got it on a card. The County Model Shop, I don't know if I've shown that one before. Monty, appreciate that card. I've had that for some time now, but I don't think I've done a video. And then Mad Genius Productions, Joe, appreciate that card. Great card. Now I got a special gift in the mail just the other day, and I tell you what, it's almost as though a gauntlet has been thrown down. It's from Benny over at Fubar Model Shop. Benny uses scale finishes paints because they're accurate to the cars that you're building. Well, he sent me Chevrolet Fathom Green. Now, for those of you who have watched my videos, you know that I've got the model, I'm not sure where it is right now, of the 1951 Chevrolet. It's a convertible, but it's like the one that we had when I was a kid, except we had the business coupe. We couldn't afford the really high quality ones. But that's the color of the business coupe that we had, and this is great. I haven't opened that model, but this could be something I could do because it doesn't take a lot of really fine work with my hands. So I just may paint the body just because I got the paint. Thank you, Benny. I really appreciate that. Now, just a real quick health update. There's nothing that can be done about my neuropathy. The pain has been getting worse and worse. Plus, I have psoriatic arthritis, which has been getting worse. So, it's the more I use my hands, the shakier they get until I can't hold anything. I can't feel anything now, so when I pick something up, I have to get a visual lock on it, or I may drop it just because I can't feel the pressure that I've got on it. Been having a lot of extremely critically high blood pressure, so I'm on new medications. I'm just trying to beat this thing. I've been doing a lot of physical therapy here at home, a lot on my hands, and hopefully this little project right here, it'll give me some content for now as I build back up. Now, I have not given up on the New Jersey. I keep working my hands, trying to get better, just so I can continue to do some work on it. So that's kind of where I am right now. Other than that, listen guys, life is good. You just have to stand on the balls of your feet, lean forward, and keep moving. That's all you can do. So anyway, I'm out of here, and please leave a comment if you think this is of any value, and I might even show you the rest of my dust collection system, because this isn't the first one I've been given, and they all seem to be just about as basic. So we'll talk to you later. Everybody have a good week, because this is Monday now, and take care of yourself. Bye.